Good morning. Don't be rude. I recorded. Here, you gotta show your face though if you're gonna talk. Can't see you. There you are. Hi. Alright, let me make sure that I'm live on both channels. You're not. Just relax. So I have my oldest daughter, Reevy, joining today. We're gonna. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Okay. We're gonna talk a little bit about fitting, specifically for children. Alright, looks like I'm live on at least one place. And two places. Woot! The world makes sense again. Let's try and see if I can get set up here. Alright. It being summer, things are a little crazier than normal. I have two kids waiting one and a friend waiting in the driveway for their ride. And then my dad actually came over and took three more to swim team and the playground right across the street from swim team. So I'm going to go over to the 5 out of 4 group so I can see comments there in case anybody has a question for me. I did not practice what I'm about to do, so it could blow up in my face. We'll see what happens. We all enjoy a good laugh at somebody else's expense, right? Alright. Good morning, Rochelle. I'm just getting set up, getting all my ducks in a row. So we have, and I'm hoping more people join us too, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, here's the size chart. And I need a measuring tape. Why can't I reset? There we go. Good morning, Sylvia. Okay, measuring tape. Oh my gosh. It was right next to the computer. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully, yeah, that's not stuck. Alright, so before we get started, I'm going to attack sizing issues first and foremost. This comes up a lot. I happen to have tall and skinny kids for the most part. I'd say like half fall into that category. One, I don't know what you would call Stella. She's just sort of a tank. And then, yeah, she's still in the like 18 to 24 months /2 size. And then my son is taller than my 10-year-old, and he's only 8. So he's definitely tall and skinny. And I see somebody backing into the driveway. Hopefully kids aren't coming back home yet. He falls into that tall and skinny category, but unfortunately, he's not here. So for the swim trunks that came out today, I made him a size 10, and I didn't adjust the rise or anything because he's tall. But I did make the elastic smaller than the suggested length in the tutorial. I would say every single tutorial, you're shaking the whole table, sorry. Every single tutorial we have, if it has elastic links in it, we try and really point out that it's just a suggestion. It is not what you should be using. I hear footsteps. Oh my gosh, you just knocked the whole thing. No, come here. Alright, my oldest just ran away to talk to one of the twins about something. Reevy, it's okay. Come back, I need you. Okay, so Reevy is 12. And I don't know what what are you wearing? A swimsuit. Oh, she's wearing a swimsuit.
You called me Jimmy.
No, I said Reevy. She says I called her the wrong name. I usually do, but I didn't this time. All right, we're going to take off your jacket. She's cold, but she is sporting a... She just dumped out an entire thing of beads. That was totally you. You threw your jacket on it. Okay, so she's wearing a bathing suit. The bottoms are actually the new Ruth Swim Bottoms that I'll talk about in a little bit for girls. I'm pretty excited about these. This is the high rise, but you can see that her rise is a little bit taller than your average 12-year-old. What's up? I don't know where your flip-flops are. I'm on a live video and you're talking. Your big toe fell off? Oh, are you okay? I'm sorry. Can I give you a kiss from here? She's fine, I promise. There's no blood. Okay, so I'm going to angle this. So on our size chart for size 12 or size 14, I would say that Reevie is kind of somewhere in between a 12 to 16. And things such as the Nancy Raglan, I've actually made her a women's extra, extra small. This was before we had the kids' Rocket Raglan. And it worked fine because it's sort of a looser fit. She'll grow into it. I made a dress, sew it back on. I like that, Crystal. So for some things, I just sort of do what I want. And I would say, 50% of the time it works out? So this bathing suit top that she's wearing, just FYI, is not a 5 out of 4 pattern. It's not really a pattern at all. I kind of started with a quick sew. She told me what she wanted. Here, show them the back. It's cute, though. This fabric is one of my favorites. You can turn back around. It's from Zenith and Quasar. My hands are freezing. You're going to hate me by the end of this. Okay, so we're going to take her measurements, and I'm going to write them down, and then we're going to talk about where she falls in the size chart. So, arms up. When you're taking a bust measurement, this is especially important for women. Put your arms back down. Don't take your measurements with your arms out, because I guarantee you that the bust measurement will change if your arms are out versus arms down. Just trust me on that one. So she is a 29 and a half. I'm writing this down because I have no short-term memory. 29.5. All right, and her waist. Are my hands cool? All right, move your arm. Breathe. Oh, come on. Is 25. And then hips. Are 31.75. All right, that's actually all I need you for, so you're good. So wave, say bye. Thank you, Reevie. You're the bestest. Okay, so what's the point of this? So with a chest measurement of 29.5, waist of 25, and hips of 31.75, her measurements, let's see. For her chest, she's in between a 10 and a 12. Her waist is a 25. She's in between a 10 and a 12. Her hips at 31.75 is almost a 14. It's the 14 is 32, so she's 0.25 away from a 14. So, but here is where it gets really exciting. I think she's a saint too, Mom. So 10 to 12, 10 to 12, and 14. So not a huge range, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But here's where it gets tricky. The height for a size 14 is 5 feet. Reevie's already left, and I'm sure that she's taller than this by now. But I would say that Reevie is somewhere between 5'3" and 5'4". She's pretty tall. She comes by it naturally. So if I just made her a size 10, whose height is 55 inches, and she is 63 inches, her height could be carried from her knee to her ankles, from her knee to her hips, from her hips to her waist, from her waist to her shoulders. Right? Maybe she just has a giant head. No, not really. It's not that last one. And so it's really important that I don't just go in and say, well, I want her bathing suit to be really tight so it doesn't fall off if she does some crazy flip into the pool. So I'm going to make a size 10. I don't know why I would make a size 10. That literally is like closest on waist, right? That's not going to work, especially for the rise. Even if I were to make her a size 14, so in a two-piece, I get to choose. For the chest, I would probably make a size 12. And then for the waist and hips, I would probably make at least a 14. But as I showed you before, I already sent her away, and she's probably already changing. So that bathing suit bottom came up about an inch below her belly button. On somebody who's 5 feet tall, it will probably hit much closer to her belly button. The new Ruth Swim Bottoms for girls is very similar to the Alice Swim Bottoms in that they have the flounce, the peplum, the waist ties, a plain. But there's 3 rise options. There's the bikini rise, which is about an inch below your belly button. There's the high rise, which hits right at your belly button. And then there's this cool retro high-waisted, which my older girls are super pumped about. They think it's just like all of their friends are wearing this style. They think it's super cute. So the high-waisted should be about an inch above your belly button. Well, that one that I made for her was actually a high rise, so it should have hit right at her belly button, and yet it was an inch below. So the quick way to do this when you're measuring the pattern pieces, I wonder if I can pull up, let's see. I'm going to switch to my background here, and maybe this is helpful, maybe not, I don't know. I'm trying, folks. So I'm actually going to try and pick a size that it has a darker, we'll do 2. So you can see it a little bit more easily on screen. All right, let's go to the screen view. I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right, so if I'm looking at my pattern pieces, obviously you'll be looking at pieces of paper taped together, and you'll be using a ruler. So this is the new Ruth Swim Bottoms, and I'm showing you a size 2 just for giggles. But if you want to change the rise, what you're going to do is you're going to take this measurement on the front and take this measurement on the back, and you're going to add them together. So you've got 9.78, 9.07. You can round, that's fine, 8. And then you're going to subtract out seam allowance. So we use a 3/8 seam allowance here at the bottom. Let me show you on the screen here, right down here. So 3/8 plus 3/8 is 3/4. So you get about 18.1, and that does not include the elastic at the top, which is also going to be 3/8 because it gets folded over. I just leave it as is when I'm doing the rise measurements so that in case you want to use binding, you can. So that 18.1, let me see if I can call Reevy back. Sorry. I don't even have my phone. This is ridiculous. Hey, Reevy. Can you come here? She's probably already changed, and she's being a super trooper, and everybody, give her a high five if you see her. No, you can have on anything. I just need to show that rise measurement. So that had a total rise of 18. So I'm going to switch over to the 14, which is going to be harder to see. Let me turn off the 2. Zoom out a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to show them how to do the rise measurement that we took the picture of the other day. Thank you. So for the size 14, I have no idea where you're supposed to put my phone, by the way. I shouldn't take it with me. Okay, 5, 8. So for the size 14, the total rise is 28.5. Can you hold up your shirt? So let's angle the camera down here. She's already changed. Sorry about this, Reevy. So to take your measurement, you're going to start right at their natural waist. It's not always their belly button. It's kind of where, if you bend to the side just a little bit, no, bend. Like you're doing this. No, to the side. Oh! It's where their waist bends, right here, right? All right, stand up. So you're going to do this measurement. I'm going to do it right at their belly button, or at her belly button, excuse me. And then I'm going to come around to the back. And you're going to compare it to the size measurement on your pattern piece, okay? And then in each of our patterns, that's it. Oh, I should have shown. Oh, well, that's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. So you go up to about the natural waist in the back, too. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart and didn't show you that. My bad. So basically, the point of this, let me go back to me. in all of our patterns, we show you how to shorten and lengthen a pattern. And basically, it's pretty straightforward with the swimsuit bottom. It might change a little bit depending on like if your measurement is technically through your crotch, because sometimes this is why we want you to make a muslin, because it's really important if you have I'm trying to think of classy ways to say crotch, and it's just escaping me. But some people are narrower front to back, and some people are wider front to back. So if you have a narrow front to back, that's going to be one set of adjustments. And this really comes into play with pants. But it can affect bathing suit bottoms, like how tight the tush of the bathing suit is. Sometimes if you need a flat butt adjustment, then the bottom of your tush on your bathing suit is going to be really saggy and have a lot of fabric. And so you're going to want to learn how to take it in. We have quite a few blog posts about fitting, especially for pants. Rochelle did an unbelievable blog post a while back with drawings and photos and examples. And so I really want to throw her under the bus and say, tag Rochelle with all your fitting questions. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. She probably just spit her coffee out of her nose. But for an easy rise adjustment issue, you're going to follow the directions that are in the tutorial. So for this one, it just shows you how to raise the rise from your hips to your waist, basically. So it shows you where to cut it, how to lengthen it, how to shorten it, right? Now, why am I telling you all this? I don't know if I've lost viewers after all this, frankly. It's important information. But the bottom line is you can't, if you have a 7-year-old kid who fits into size 18 to 24 month hips, you cannot make him or her a size 18 to 24 months. You just can't. 18 to 24 month olds are not proportioned the same way as 7-year-olds. This also comes into effect with leggings. We came across this issue with leggings. It's really important to learn how to adjust. Look, I have 6 kids. I hardly sew for them because after I make the first thing, I get a little bored. So I get not wanting to make huge adjustments to perfect size. So what I typically do is one of my twins, she's 6. She's smaller than the other twin. This is really lazy. But I will typically make whatever size has the best chance of, Mom, I'll answer that question in just a second. I'll make whatever size is in between so that it has the best chance of fitting both of them, because they share a room, they share clothing. There's no way I'm making a pair of kitty leggings for one and a pair of kitty leggings for the other and keeping them separate. That has like school morning disaster written all over it. But for Madeline, who is a little bit more petite in the waist, a lot of times I will not pick it based on her waist size because they're leggings. I don't need them to look perfect. I just need them to cover her bum, right? And so I don't want them to look ugly and like super nasty. I don't want to put her in a size 14, right? But I'll compare her waist, her hips, and her height and try and figure out, and it does take a few tries. Like, I don't believe anyone who says, like, this fit me right out of the package. Like, if that happens to you, high five. That is not why I sew, because that is not my life. Like, even this tank top, it's a tank top, but I'm 5'9", and I had to make my own fit adjustments, and it's my pattern. But there you go. So that is my my quick intro. How about? All right, so my mom, that's funny. My mom just asked, she said she doesn't even know what a muslin is. Muslin doesn't stretch. And if you're not careful on your phone, muslin will change to muslim. And then you get you get uncomfortable because you don't want to say, like, it just sounds weird, right? We don't mean the fabric. We use the word muslin to just mean a practice pair, or a fit pair. I don't know what else to call it. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sure somebody else will fill in the blank here for me because it's Tuesday. But it just means a practice pair. Sometimes if you're making a pair of like a woven shirt, a woven button-down shirt, or woven pants, and you have a small waist and what I like to call childbearing hips, then it's going to take you more than one chance. It really is. And what I aim for, because I'm frugal, are wearable muslins. A prototype. I like that word. That makes me sound super smart. A prototype. I used to work as an engineer a long, long time ago, but I wasn't actually an engineer. But neither here nor there. But yes, I try to make wearable muslins. A lot of times I'll cut up whatever I have made and make it into something smaller for another child, or I'll donate it. If it's like wearable, but I don't know, it's an ugly fabric or whatever, something I had laying around. For the board shorts or the swim shorts that just came out today, I used an old woven sheet that was just too scratchy. I don't even know where it came from. It was cute, but just super scratchy. But it works perfectly because it had no stretch, much like board short fabric. All right, so moving right along because it's already 10:22. Whew, time flies when you're having fun. The kids' swim shorts came out today. They are, that's true, Melanie. I totally feel you. The kids' swim shorts are awesome. They're very, very similar to the men's swim trunks that already came out a while ago, probably over a year ago. They have 2 length options, shorter and longer. I didn't just go for the 2-inch and the 7-inch because, frankly, 2 inches on a baby is full length, right? So we didn't go that route. I just did shorter and longer. They have an optional liner if you want a mesh liner. They have optional hand pockets, optional cargo pocket. Super cute for boys and girls. They're on sale through Sunday. And I went ahead and bundled them with the men's swim trunks on the website, and you can get both patterns at the reduced price of $14.30. So that's kind of a steal if you don't own the men's already. Our men's swim trunks is sort of a classic standby. I wouldn't say it's one of our best sellers, but once people realize it, every May and June, they get super excited that we have it, and then it starts popping up more. I'm hoping the same is true for the kids' swim shorts. It's definitely not a couture exciting. This is so different. I mean, they're swim trunks. But I know for one, my son was feeling a little left out after all the dresses and swim bathing suits and whatnot. And so I made him some swim trunks to match his dad. And so it's actually, I think I kind of sprung this on the testers about having the bundle. And so I used a unedited, not particularly lovely photo of my husband and son for the bundle listing. So go take a look. I'll put the links in the show notes when I'm done. Other than that, what have we got going on? I'm going to say one other thing, and then I'm going to... Oh, well, the swim bottoms. I actually am going on vacation next week, so you'll get to have another video on the road. Woo woo. But I had already finished the tutorial, all of the tables. I had even finished the fabric requirements. If you've been sticking around and if you've ever tested for me, I hate doing fabric requirements because I have this OCD part of my brain who's like, this is useless because I'm not covering every single option that could ever be. And so I'm just basically like, it's giving you an idea, but I want it to be right. And I want it to be like a little program where you say, I'm making the high waist with the peplum in this size, and it shoots out like, you need this in main, and this in contrast, and this in swim lining, and exactly 4 meters, and blah, blah, blah. That'd be fantastic, right? Except I don't know what a meter is, so I'm just kidding. But I finished it. I found myself to where, like, I had everything ready. I had already tested 3 sizes, so I was pumped, man. And so I decided to go ahead and put them into testing really quickly. He's a tall 10-year-old. Mary Beth, I will talk to you offline about that. I would honestly, I've done this too, and it's different because it's a woven. But so Mary Beth just asked, how easy would it be to blend the sizing between the men's and kids' board shorts? My son is in between size charts. He's a tall 10-year-old. So once upon a time, we actually used to offer extra, extra small. I could probably do that, Marianne. Somebody else asked me that too. I'll get that listed right after this video. So Marianne just asked if we could do a family bundle with the women's. Why not? I'll get that listed just now. So Mary Beth asked if she could blend the men's and kids. That's a little bit trickier. I haven't actually looked at the largest size in the kids and the smallest size in the men's. We used to offer an extra, extra small in the men's, and actually, the men's board shorts, or the men's swim trunks might actually already have that. I'm going to have to look, and I can compare them on my screen for you, Mary Beth, and send you a picture of what that might look like. But Kelsey, we still love having you here. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, it's doable. It just, because it's a woven, there's absolutely no give, and it's just unforgiving. I know for one, my son likes to wear them super low. A lot of the testers like to wear them super low. And if they're wearing them so low, then the pockets can bump out a little bit because they're getting caught in the wrong spot. And again, it's woven, so there's no give. That's a little frustrating. Yeah, I'll just have to look at it, Mary Beth. Honestly, that's not an easy question that I can just poof. And if I were a politician, I'd have a much better canned response for you. Okay, so that's all I have. We're doing the Ruth Swim Bottoms. They are ridiculously cute. Seeing the little overbelly picture on Stella just made my heart melt. There's actually a picture in the 5 out of 4 group testing call. So I actually made this testing call open to the main group because I needed people who could act super quickly and go ahead and get it made for me with fit pictures like here in the next couple of days. And so, yeah, I opened it up in here, and I'll show you this picture real quick because it's just too stinking cute. So that's Stella. She actually wore it. Oh, wrong way. That was a super cute Stella romper that somebody posted. This is on my 10-year-old. She's the one that asked for this style. A lot of her friends wear this style. You can tell we really, went out of our way to take nice pictures. I would call these fit pictures because you want decent lighting and clear front and back views. But it's up above her belly button there. And she was really, it's so funny. She loves this little retro style. So now I'm working on a top to go with it for her. All right, let's see. Back to me. All right, so I think that is all I got. Let me go look at the men's go to extra, extra small. Yeah, okay, so Christy did confirm that the men's go to extra, extra small. But I'm still going to take a look at that for you, Mary Beth. All right, I don't see any new comments. I might have missed somebody. As always, it's an adventure here at 5 out of 4, especially during the summer. We've got so much going on and so many places to be, and we had a doctor's appointment already this morning at 8 a.m., and I'm sure I have another kid who needs a physical by the end of the week for summer camp. But we're happy you're here, and we are glad you want to be a part of our community, and we hope that you are an active participant and take part in the group, post some of your makes. We can't wait to see what you create. Until next week, I am Jessica, and I am super pumped to be on this adventure. Ooh, that reminds me. I got all of the cut files actually listed, so I am quite literally living the dream. Next week, hopefully I'll be in my tank top. I have it. I will show it to you. Hold on. I haven't quite sewn it up yet. Oh my gosh, how exciting is this? This is one of my favorite sayings because it is sure to bring a chuckle to anybody who I actually say it to because they never know if I'm being sarcastic or if I'm being serious. I'm usually being serious, I'll be honest. It's just my personality. But I'm excited about this cut file. I like the little retro, I think this font is called Keep on Truckin'. It makes me laugh. So yeah, I'm excited. We have that one, and then this one, I actually worked out on this one last week. Y'all means all, also one of my favorites, being here in Georgia. And then Be a Nice Human, which I wore yesterday, so I can't show it to you. But they're all free for the month of June up on the website. Go check them out. All right, till next week.